Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we will learn about even and odd function. Before applying the Fourier series on any function, we should must know about the nature of the function. Nature of the function means that whether the function is even or odd. Any given function can be even and it can be odd. But there are some functions which are neither even nor odd. Therefore, before applying the Fourier series on any function, we should know about the nature of the function. For that, we need to know the definition of even and odd function. First, what is even function? It can be defined as that a function is said to be even function if we replace x by minus x and the result is again same. Then the function is called even function. For example, if we have a function f of x in which we replace x by minus x and finally we get fx, means given function is fx, and if we replace this x by minus x and the resultant is again fx, then such function is called even function. For example, we have a function f of x which is equal to x square. Here, if I put x by minus x, then this function will become equal to x whole square. Then it can be written as that f of minus x is equal to x square, because here is minus and the square of minus is plus. So we will get f of minus is equal to x square. So this x square is equal to f of x. So it can be written as that f of minus x is equal to f of x, because x square is equal to f of x. So this function is called even function. We can also know the nature of the function from the graph. If the graph is symmetric about the y-axis, then it is called even function. For example, if I draw the graph of this function, we will get a graph like this. This is the graph of x square. If we look at this graph is symmetric about y-axis. So we can also know about the nature of the function from the graph. Similarly, if we have given a function like f of x is equal to x power 4 plus 5x square. Now, before applying the Fourier series on this function, we should know about the nature of this function. For this, we have to replace x by minus x. Like f of minus x is equal to minus x power 4 plus 5 minus x square. This will be equal to x4 plus 5x square, which is equal to f of minus x. If we look at this equation, this is similar to this one. So I can write f of minus x is equal to f of x, because this term is equal to f of x. So f of minus x is equal to f of x. Therefore, we can say that this function is even function. Similarly, if we have a function like f of x is equal to x power 4 plus 7, then how we will know that this function is even or odd? For this, we have to replace x by minus x. Here 7 is equal to 7x power 0. As we know that x0 is equal to 1. So if we replace x by minus x, we will get minus x4 plus 7 minus x to the power 0. And minus x to the power 0 is equal to 1. So I can write it like this: f of minus x is equal to x to the power 4 plus 7. This is equal to f of x. Now this can be written as f of minus x is equal to f of x. Hence, we can say that this given function is even function. Similarly, if we have given function like f of x is equal to some constant 5, this function is even function, because if we draw a graph of this function, we will get a graph like this. Here, this side is equal to this side, means this function is symmetric about y-axis. And we know that any function which is symmetric about y-axis is called even function. So this function is even function. For even function, it must be remembered that the coefficient bn is equal to 0 if the function is even. Means once we know that the given function is even, then it is understood that bn, which is Fourier coefficient, this will be equal to 0. Now we need to know about the odd function. A function f of x is said to be odd function if we replace x by minus x and we get minus f of x. Then the function is called odd function. For example, if we have given a function f of x, in this case, if we replace x by minus x and we get minus f of x, then such function is called odd function. For example, if we have given function f of x is equal to x cube, then before applying the Fourier series on this function, we need to know whether this function is even or odd, for which I have to replace x by minus x, like f of minus x is equal to minus x to the power 3, and this can be written as f of minus x is equal to minus x cube. Now here this function is not equal to this function, so I can write this equation like f of minus x is equal to minus x cube. Here in the bracket, x cube is equal to f of x. So I can write it like this: f of minus x is equal to minus and x cube is equal to f of x. So here in this case, f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. So such type of function is called odd function, and the graph of this function is like this. If we look at this graph, it is not symmetric along y-axis, it is symmetric along the origin. So the function which is anti-symmetric about the y-axis is called odd function, or we can say that a function which is symmetric about the origin is called odd function. From this graph, we can know that this function is odd function because this function is anti-symmetric about the y-axis and symmetric about the origin. Similarly, if we have given a function like f of x is equal to x, then if I replace x by minus x, we will get minus x, and this can be written as f of minus x is equal to minus x, and x is equal to this x is equal to f of x, so it can be written as f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. So this function is called odd function. The graph of this function is anti-symmetric about the y-axis and it is symmetric about the origin. So from this graph, we can know that this function is odd function. In some cases, the function is neither even nor odd. For example, if we have given a function f of x is equal to x to the power 5 minus 6x to the power 2 plus 4. This function is neither even function nor odd function, because if we replace x by minus x, we will get that f of x is not equal to f of minus x, and this f of x will be not equal to minus f of x. If I replace x by minus x, we will get minus x to the power 5 minus 6x to the power 2 plus 4, and this will become equal to minus x to the power 5 minus 6 to the power 2 plus 4. This is equal to f of minus x. Here, if we look at this given function, here is plus and here is minus. Here is minus and here is also minus. This plus 4 is equal to this plus 4. So, this function is not equal to f of x. F of minus x is not equal to f of x. So, it means that this function is not even function. Now, let's check that this function is odd function or not. For this, f of minus x is equal to minus x to the power 5 plus 6 to the power 2 minus 4. This term is not equal to this term. So, f of minus x is not equal to minus f of x. So, we can say that this given function is neither even function nor odd function. In such cases, we have to find out all the Fourier coefficient. In case of odd function, we have to find only Bn, because in case of odd function, a0 and an are equal to 0. In case of even function, Bn is equal to 0. But in case of odd function, a0 is equal to 0 and an is equal to 0. In the next lecture, we will show that how in case of even function this coefficient is equal to 0, and in case of odd function how a0 and an are equal to 0. So this is something about the even and odd functions. Thank you.